Hello, this is Jasmine from Riverflow Craft Co. and today we're going to be making a coffee swirl split tumbler. First we're going to start out with a painted tumbler. You can paint it however you want. I did two different ways on this tutorial. I did one that is half split with a brown spray paint that is more of a matte and a white flat spray paint. And then I did another one that has only white spray paint. So first we're going to start out with taping off where we're going to put our glitter. So let's go ahead and do that. And on this tumbler, I'm actually going to use a gold glitter on the bottom section. So I'm going to go ahead and get my gold spray paint that, and I'll be right back. So once we have our tumbler spray painted and it's dried, we're going to go ahead and add a super thin layer of epoxy. I use 1 to 2 milliliters. We're going to go in with Hayride from Chase Ray Creations on the bottom section of this tumbler. All links and codes are going to be in the caption, so check those out if you'd like to. And for the next tumbler that's all white, we're going to go in and take our section that's on the bottom. We're going to go in with Americano from Peachyoliveglitters. For the alcohol inks on this coffee swirl, you're going to see me go in with the Pixis alcohol inks. There's like a set that they have. You can find it in my Amazon store. Make sure to shake up your white alcohol ink so that it has plenty of color when you apply it. We're now going to go ahead and apply a fairly generous coat of epoxy. Not too much, not too little, just so that we have some room for movement whenever we're applying our inks to the cup. We're going to go ahead and let that spin for just a little bit to even out. The first alcohol ink that we're going to use is the white. We're going to go ahead and go with the white because I like to let it kind of move around and do its thing while I'm working my way up from the bottom, from the darkest to the lighter colors. Now we're going to go in with cocoa, start from the bottom, put on a fairly generous coat of cocoa. I mean, you're going to see it start to kind of separate a little bit, but no worry, that can be fixed. After we've got a pretty decent amount of cocoa on there, we're going to go in with our next color. And just work our way around. Go nice and slow, be patient with it, kind of let it do its thing. And what we're kind of looking for here is working our way up, kind of trying to get that natural coffee look blend with the lighter color and the white. As that's mixing, kind of doing its thing, we're going to go ahead and work on kind of moving those colors around just a little bit. Once we've worked it around a little bit, we're just going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the alcohol ink in to kind of give it that darker, more opaque look on the bottom, so it looks like a really dark roast with the foam on the top. To give it that movement I want, where it's moving kind of up and down, I do like to take it off the turner for just a few seconds and turn it one way and then flip it upside down and turn it the other way. So now we're just going to do the same thing with this cup, but it's a little bit different because it's got that brown base on the bottom. We're basically just trying to test out to see if it does give it a more opaque look. Let me know which one you think is better in the comments. And you'll see here that I kind of like went a little bit crazy with the alcohol ink and there's some coloring there. So all I'm going to do is sand that down, get that alcohol ink off of there. Once it's off, we can go ahead and decal, add some clear cast decals, whatever you want to add on there to make that bottom half look nice. And if you do notice that there are some white spots in your coffee swirl that you don't really want, a tip that I do have is I'll go in with a dark alcohol ink and a sponge and kind of just blot the areas that I want to look a little bit darker. I do not seal these areas because I do not really care if there is any movement, and if anything it makes it look more natural, so I kind of just let it move if it wants to, but I just fill in those spots, make them look how I want them to, and go ahead and start applying vinyl after that, and then go in for final coats. So here is the finished look here. Like I said, I haven't added vinyl decals. You can do that if you want. I hope y'all like the tutorial.